A very good evening and welcome to the Friday edition of Uctv News. I'm Sunday Gloria Abwatch. Siatini, Uganda, has called upon the government to step up in the fight against illicit financial flows that has consistently compromised the country's tax collection and stuck in endless debt reliance. This was said by the program coordinator, Siatini, Uganda, Aloysius Chitengo, during a stakeholders meeting aimed at equipping members of parliament in the fight against illicit financial flows.
Earlier today, the Southern and Eastern Africa Trade Information and Negotiations Institute, Siatini Uganda, a non-government organization in partnership with Uganda Parliamentary Network on Illicit Financial Flows Tax Justice, UPNIFT, and other various civil society organizations like Tax Justice Network Africa, have organized a stakeholders meeting aimed at conscientizing members of parliament about the dreadful impacts of illicit financial flows on domestic revenue mobilization. According to Global Financial Integrity, East Africa loses around $8.7 billion annually to illicit financial flows. For Uganda's case, illicit financial flows, which is comprised of corruption, dodging of paying taxes, among others, have greatly compromised the government's service delivery and the endless reliance on foreign debts. It is upon this ground that Chitengo invited the government and other stakeholders to step up in the fight against not only graft, but also other forms of illicit financial flows.
Taxpayers, we need to look at how can we address or close the loopholes facilitating illicit financial flows within the country.
The Vice Chairperson of Uganda Parliamentary Network on Illicit Financial Flows and Tax Justice, Saro Pende, reminded her fellow legislators of their duty to enact financial laws that will protect the country's resources.
And I want to state that let us continue with this fire and not cease, not end, because now there is a lot of impunity in this country. People are stealing resources without any shame.
Nelly Businji, the Partnerships and Institutional Learning Manager at Tax Justice Network Africa, says that Uganda must ensure active participation in these processes to safeguard national interests and influence global processes.
But the point is that we have to fast track these resources, these illicit flows or whatever things that are, giving us a headache. But we also need to make sure we are stopping it and then getting back the resources that have been stolen, right? And we've been talking about this for years. This was 2012 when the report was coming out. But even before then, we had started campaigns around tax and all that.
Avujen Pakuto, the woman member of parliament for Pakwach district, has questioned the government's lack of transparency and consistent imbalances in tax incentives, something which is presumed to have fueled the illicit financial flows.
Where is this idea of this new tax or review coming from? There is no clear justification. It looks like finance is gambling. Where can we quickly collect money, collect revenue, and you say, okay, if we put tax here, I think it will work. But what is the ripple effect on the economy, on the people of Uganda?
On behalf of the Minister of Finance, Gerald Namoma, a principal economist officer, highlights on the government's intervention moves so far undertaken in addressing this economic vice.
By the way, there is no country which doesn't grant tax incentives. And I think that's an important message to keep at the back of our minds. The key thing is to ensure that they are done transparently, they are evaluated for their benefits. The ones which are not are struck off, and that's the effort we are undertaking at the moment. And then they are kept within check. Yes, there are good intentions why they are granted, but we need to keep track of the benefits vis-a-vis the costs so that either we keep them, but also we administer them equitably. Everybody should know what we have, and these are the efforts which we've been undertaking over the last couple of months.
Joseph Kabale, UCTV News.
And now, in recognition of the strides Uganda has achieved on the international arena post-COVID-19, Uganda will take part in the first international post-COVID-19 conference in Toronto, Canada, where Uganda will be recognized as a role model for pandemic containment in Africa. This has been revealed by the Senior Presidential Advisor on Diaspora Affairs, Ambassador Abiwalu Simbi, who made the revelation here in Kampala at the Media Center.
Fountain of Honor, His Excellency the President, will be awarded at a global platform to acknowledge his distinguished leadership, dedication in fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, and to recognize his significant role he played to lead Ugandans that required high-level visionary and decision. To recognize Uganda as a role model for pandemic containment in Africa. He will be commended over his successful fight and management of COVID-19 pandemic, which prevents the rest of the world causing untold deaths. We will also recognize other Ugandans who played a central role during the fight of COVID-19. Her Excellency Dr. Speciosa Wandira Kazibwe, our former Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Honorable Dr. Monica Musenero Masanza, the Minister of Science, for Science, Technology and Innovation, Honorable Dr. Jane Rose Acheng, Dr. Diana Tanzira Atwine, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, Professor Oceano Kalevo, and the Uganda Virus Research Institute. Toronto Declaration, where all participating countries will come up with the position of public health, preparedness to address global pandemic. As country, as Uganda, we expect to sign bilateral collaborations from the B2B and identify export opportunities, secure healthcare partnerships, and medical supplies, explore tourism opportunities.
And finally, from our sister station, Radio Sapiencia has this afternoon launched its annual religious quiz dubbed Kabinkano Katikisimu 2024. The competition that has drawn 54 participants from different parishes will see the winner walk away with a brand new motorcycle. Here is a detailed report to this story.
Batadde mu kibinja ekirimu omusajja omuzibu agenda tubuulira oyo mukyala Anne Maria Najjengo kalaga akalulu kolonze alonze 11 kitegeeza kitose otegedde kuwepikira mbidde Entebbe Bugonga Parish. Omulundi oguwedde neetaba mu kabinkano kakatikisimu. Gwe gwali omulundi gwange ogusoose. Naye comments ze nafuna okuva mikwano family bekola n'abangamba nali nsaaga. Kati leero nabagaye nkomyeyo nga ndi serious. Ekibuuzo baakimpanga nga ndabanga ebyokuzannya naye obudde ne buŋŋendako ngenda owa ansa nga obudde buweddeko. Kakati bannange ku luno ndiredde ebyokusaaga tebiriiyo.
Nzize wanena okubagumya nti luli ebitwayita mu bibuuzo bino naye nga byo bya bulijjo ate bapulezidenti batukubiriza okuwuliriza nnyo Sapiensa naye tebandi kitusabye kitukakatako kubanga ye yaffe.
Vaayo waka ng'olinako b'okoze eki b'ogambye nti ogenda ku Radio Sapiensa teweesongola bwesongozi totya byakuswala naye fa ku linnya ly'okola oba okiraba fa ku linnya ly'okola ojja kwesanga ng'erinnya ly'okoze lijja kufunyisa omulimu wa
ewalala oba okubaako wengekyoyampibwamu kati faaga ono buyinza okeera enkyanga avudde wano ayina ewala gyagenze naye bwakujjukira oba n'omugamba naliko mukabiikano kakatikisimu nga badde ku pane engaba emirimu ayinza okubaako engeri gyaga nti ono amanyinnyo ebyaki ebyekereziya era ng'omulimu gulimu eddiini.
And that's all we had for you from our local scene. Let's take a look at today in history. Thank you very much for watching UCTV News. We are now going to take a very short break and we'll be back.
UCTV, good news for all.
Catch incredible stories of resilience, success.
You can manage that money
with a topping of inspiration.
Get interested in people, not interested in yourself.
Inspire, achieve, repeat.
You are watching UCTV, good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Towoka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the Rico show and sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773 597 166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasesegat Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth. UCTV, good news for all.
And with the Rome Report wraps up the Friday edition of UCTV News. I am Sanjay Gloria Bosch. Do stay tuned to the Uganda Catholic Television. I wish you the best of the weekend.